Oh, tumo live. Wacha nione. Hey. Ehe. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. That is YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this live session. Let me share this link so that we have this conversation. Is the nini switched off? Ni yako nilikuwa nasikia. Pole, makosa ni yangu. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's live session. My name is Daddy Blessing. For those of you who are joining us from different platforms, we're just trying to see, if we can maximize our audiences in those different channels. And for those of you who are joining us from TikTok, how are you doing? How has your half week been? Our week has been good here in the studio. We are trying out a few things to see how we can make these live sessions very versatile, and number two, reach more audience out there. So for those of you who are joining us from all the platforms that you're joining us from, tell your friend that Daddy Blessing is live, and today we are going to discuss something very important. I've had a very interesting week interviewing employees for a certain company that had given me the role to do that. And I kinda met with a stumbling block in the process of interviewing viable candidates. So those of you who are joining from TikTok, continue joining. Tell the fellow classmates that we are live. Those of you who are joining from Facebook, how are you? Good to see you. Let me first of all go through the platforms. Haraka. We see who is joining us from where. Are we live on Facebook? Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So we are live on Facebook, Daddy Blessing. We are live on YouTube, Daddy Blessing, and we are live here on TikTok. So today we are going to have a very interesting topic that is around employability. Employability is very key, especially in this market. In this market, it is a non-negotiable thing. If you're looking for a job, you must be employable. And one thing that I have found very common with, I would say, the youths, the current youths. Let me not just use Gen Zs, because Gen Zs are catching stray bullets everywhere. But again, it is us. We are the problem. So last week, and the better part of this week, I've been having back-to-back interviews with candidates who had the potential of joining a certain team for a certain company or a certain role. And the major stumbling block that I faced during those interviews were I met people who are really entitled and they don't have really any experience. We were looking for a position of a content creator who will double down as a salesperson, and the kind of people that I was getting, oh my goodness, people who are entitled. I don't know. Goodness. Then TikTok, we have very interesting characters. Can we send Miss Elizabeth to Shakahola? Kindly. Yeah. This is very interesting. Shenanigans of platforms. So we were looking for a content creator who will double down as a salesperson. And these people, number one, when they hear it's a space of a content creator, I don't know what comes in their head. They think that being seen on camera and all that gives them now a leeway to ask for ridiculous prices and ridiculous salaries. And when you ask them, what is your experience? I don't know much. Share with me your social media. I don't have any social media platform. So we are coming to train you first, which we were willing, by the way, to train you, to orient you on how we do our things as a company, then give you that experience, then on top of that, pay you like an expert or a professional who has been there. Now, this is the mistake that people are doing. You want to be hired, you know your level of experience, you know for sure you can't deliver to the market rates or within the market rates. But you go on ChatGPT or Google, you try to Google how much are content creators paid. So you get a rough figure of, let's say, 30,000 a month. You come in front of that figure of 30,000 a month with your zero experience. You have not worked for anyone. You have never worked anywhere. You don't know how to create content. You are not even confident in front of a camera. You have never edited a video. Then you come with that attitude that that's how you want us to pay you. And if we tell you now, what is your experience? And there is one I asked for, where is your portfolio? They had the audacity of, tell me what a portfolio is, then show me how to create it. I will create it before the end of the day. Me, I felt like sending someone to Shakahola. Like straight. I felt like asking someone, wewe unakuwa na test kweli ya maisha? Because how deluded do you have to be to ask someone who is employing you to show you how to create something that they are asking you for? Hata kama ni Audacity, Gen Zs, even if it is Audacity, that is too much. I ask you for a portfolio, then you return a message asking me how do I what that is. First of all, what is a portfolio? And number two, how do I create one? And whether I can give you time for you to create, then you will get back to me. So I'm giving you work, paying you, but we have to work during the interview process. We have to work within your terms, and you have zero experience. I think social media should be shut for a while so that people can wake up to reality. We are hiring for a position of a salesperson. You have never sold anything in your life. We hire you in good faith because you look like a good person. Someone is calling me in the middle of Nini. Let me put that one to Shakahola for a while. We hire you because of good faith. You look like a good person, trainable and all that. But during the interview process, you're acting like you have been in a sales team for Safaricom for the last I don't know how many years. Because this is the procedure you're using. See a job posted, submit your, ask first of all, by the way, ile job bado iko available. Then we are willing, because again, that's the mode of hiring nowadays. You first of all look at a person. We are not considering CVs. Are you trainable? Una come to a fujo. Then we give you a chance. Then in the process of interviewing you, you go all the way to Googling how much people who occupy that position are paid. Then Gemini or whichever AI that you're using tells you an average payment for a salesperson is from 25,000 upwards all the way to 150,000, depending on your experience or your role in a company, or depending on the size of a company. So unapiga hesabu yako. So if a salesperson can be paid 150,000 depending on the company, so this company that is hiring me, so hata nikiitisha half of that, sitakuwa far off. That is a stupid approach, very stupid approach. Because how will you ask for 75,000 to be a salesperson in a certain industry that... Why would you ask for 75,000 to attend a shop? Tell me why. You're not helping with nothing. You're not coming in with new customers. You're not coming in with strategies. You're not even bringing in new suppliers. It's just you to sit your bottoms there, wait for clients that have been sourced by your boss. Yours is to just ask, Where are we delivering this? Or where are we sending this parcel? Yours is to just reply to comments. Yours is just reply to DMs. And you're asking for 75,000 with zero experience just because you have Googled that an average salesperson, depending on the company, can be paid from somewhere from 25,000 all the way to 150. That is not the criteria that people use to hire. That is not you must be employable. And employable, number one, you must be qualified for that job. How I wish we were debating on someone who is overqualified, and it is us on the other end trying to, see how we can work things out with him or her. But you are underqualified. You have nothing. You are jobless. In fact, you're showing us upfront why you're jobless. You're showing us upfront why you're jobless. Do you think a hiring manager of any institution can consider you in any way? Absolutely not. This entitlement that we are coming with in the job market, it really needs to end. It really needs to end. Today, I'm specifically ranting on behalf of bosses because I have seen Shege in the past couple of days. You hire someone, they stay 1 week, then they've seen the work that they're doing and the pay that you're giving them, it doesn't match because the work is too much. By all means, Kamau, you are in the probation process. You are in the probation process. Even for a new business, before we call it profitable, we give it 6 months. Yeah, we give it a year. You, with your 1 week, you have realized all of a sudden the work is too much. Yeah? Tell me how the work is too much and whether or not you prefer staying at home. If you're being mistreated, well and good. State your reasons. State why you're being mistreated. By all means, you are protected by the laws of the land. You can sue if you have proper evidence of how you've been mistreated. But you can't be the one who wants to report the work, at work in whichever time that you want. You don't want to be asked because you think somehow you are so important to that company and you've been hired the last 1 week. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. How are we complaining that there are no jobs in Kenya? And last week, I'm just from disqualifying 10 people because of entitlement. Not 1, not 2, 10. 10. Someone asking me, oh yeah, ile job bado iko. Oh yeah. Someone telling me, kwani I'm late feedback, kwani amtaki employee, amtaki kufanyiwa kazi. Yeah, someone asked me that. Amtaki kufanyiwa kazi. And I'm like, and you're jobless, right? And one of the criteria I was using is asking you for your social media. Because I want to see you how you behave online. The kind of things that you post. Then half a dozen of those are complaining. Wanaposti na tule tuwimbo twa Rose Muhando twa kuhurumiwa. Mungu wangu wewe, sababu there was one who had posted that. Na niye aliuliza kai. Alisema my maths are not mathing. Which maths are mathing right now for you? You are jobless, first of all. You are jobless. Let's start there. Then after we've mentioned the salary that we are starting with, which was a good salary. It was a good salary. The average pay in Kenya is 17,000. Trust you me, kuna polisi saa hii askari wenye wanatuchapaka na rungu, they are still being paid at 20,000. So tell me why a person would say a salary of 25,000 is The math is not mathing, and they are jobless. They are jobless. There is one we had to jump in on an interview. They told me, send me 50 bob. I buy airtime so that I can be able to jump in a Google Meets call. So I said, oh, you seem like vibes. You seem like a person we can work with. I've seen your social media. You don't look dramatic and all that. Then when I said, now, your starting salary for a salesperson is 25,000 and your responsibilities would be this and this and this. And the job, trust you me, it is 8 to 6. You close your job and you go home. They said my maths are not mathing. So tell me, people, for how long will we be complaining that there are no jobs and we are not employable ourselves? Even if jobs were to rain from heaven like manna, we are not employable. This person is not taking any child to school. They are not paying any bills. By the way, that one who still living with their parents. I don't know whether they wanted one salary that will make them move out of their parents. Now they don't have a job and the opportunity is gone. Some of these things, when I share with you people in the videos that I make, was in a sound kama stories ajaba. I was with our producer in her absence. I was with our producer when I was showing her some charts of people whom were asking some ridiculous questions. I'm like, are you sure you want a job or you just want money? There are people who really want money, but they don't want to work. How will you get that money and you don't want to work? Assume all the bosses are toxic, all the workplaces are toxic, but you need the money. Won't you work? How on earth do you want money and you are avoiding work? How do you want to be paid? Money is a store of value. So how on earth is someone willing to exchange their money with your attitude? How? Make it make sense to me. Explain it to me like a 4-year-old. That this is my package of attitude. Now I want your money. Exchange it with the money that you have. As an employer, there is no way that I'm going to hire you. No way. Absolutely no way. Because I'll sit down. This is the work and a business that I have invested tons and tons of money, tons and tons of hours in building, customer loyalty that I have built over time. Then the only thing that you're bringing to me is your attitude, entitlement, and ego. Just because, quote unquote, wewe ni Gen Z and you know things and you can learn faster. Who told you I can learn faster is a bargaining power? Who told you? Who told you that saying I'm coachable? You know nothing, first of all. Number two, you have zero experience. Who told you saying you are coachable is a bargaining power? Who? And I really hope I'm speaking on behalf of employers right now. Employees, wachani leo tuwapige viboko. Because most of you are unemployable. You're jobless, skillless, but entitled from here to Timbuktu. I really love people who have taken their time to hone their skill, to understand their skill. When they ask for a paycheck, they ask a good one with evidence kwa karatas. I've worked this and this and this and this and these places. I have achieved this and this and this and this. And when I come to your organization, I have seen this and this gap, and I will come and fit in this way and this way and this way. That's a person you can listen to and compromise to whatever extent that they will say. By all means, when someone is hiring because of a need or a gap that has been found in the company, most of the time money is not a problem. Money is not a problem. That gap is the problem. And if you can help me fill it, by all means, I'll give you the money that you're asking for. Why do you think many consultants are making money right now? The ones that have managed to perfectly fit in the gaps that entrepreneurs have found in their businesses. Why do you think people who are really good at what they do, you're a very good storyteller, very good videographer, very good graphic designer, very good at social media management, very good at social media marketing. Why do you think those people are making money? Because they are fitting in gaps that entrepreneurs have identified in their business. So even when that person comes, they can negotiate on this is how much I'm willing to spend on your services. And they can debate on whether or not the consultant is willing to take that amount. Not you who have zero experience and zero skills. And you have facts from Google that the position that you are applying for, people get paid this and this figure. Give us a break. Give us a quick break. Because there is no way someone who is really serious with their business will go look and source for financing to come and finance your ego. That world does not exist in business. That world does not exist. How I wish and pray that all of these people who are entitled like this, they get an opportunity to one day open their businesses and just run it for a day. One day. You are the logistics person, you are the supply chain person, you are the one sourcing, you are everything, you are the one opening and closing the shop. Yes. Then I see that entitlement. And at the end of the day, you are waiting for salary from no one. If you don't make profit, you don't make profit. How I wish. Who told us that coming with good English and I can be coachable, that guarantees your employability? Who? Where did the rain start beating us? And I'm speaking on behalf of young people like me, because that's where the rot is. Huko ndiko muozo mmoja, si muosho, muozo mmoja is an overall rotten cocoon of people. I've been advocating time and time again. If you find time and you really want to sharpen your skills, go to school. Go to school. School will teach you properly how to deal with some things. Number one, you guys lack people skills. How can you come and dictate someone when they're offering you an opportunity? How? How can you? How can you come and dictate someone on how they run their business? On the interviewing process? Come on, man. Come on, man. Give us some break. Give us some break. You cannot be skillless, valueless to the market, so to speak, and have such kind of entitlement. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. There is one thing that I refused. Lying to people on behalf of comradism. Being a comrade and being a youth and wanting to sound like I'm for the youths, I'm on the side of the youths. No. No. Please. Some things follow processes. Hey, follow. What? Some things follow processes and protocol and order. And until we become people who are of order, it's going to be a rough terrain. It's going to be a rough terrain. How do you expect to morph into leadership with that attitude? How? Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. How is it possible that among the 12 people that I interviewed, only 2 seemed to have a reason, and out of the 2, they are so delusional? We haven't even found someone right now. And if you're there, you're looking for a place that you can create content and attend a shop, that vacant is open. DM me after this. Just DM me. But tell me how? How? Out of a group, they lacked one who has a voice of reason. Like, I want that job. Yes, I want it. But under my own terms. If we were doing a transfer, like you are in another company, now you are so valuable to our company, we are poaching you from that, that's a whole different story altogether. But you're jobless, skillless and crewless, but with an idea of, this is how much I can ask. For those of you who are joining us on TikTok, how are you doing? Newton, Kush, we have Ibra, Josim Cute. How are you? Josie? It's been years. Hey, good to see you. Safi boy, unapenda advice zangu? Zisikize kama unazipenda. How can we as a generation be serious? That's all I'm asking for. Let us be serious. Employability is paramount. There is no way we can beat these, low employment rate with this kind of attitude. Hatuwezi kuwa tuna dodge kazi hivi then tuandamane. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Then when you are hired, you can't stay somewhere for 1 month. You guys have the ability to notice toxic bosses. You have skills. You have refined skills of how to note negative things in the organization. If you have parents who are experts in anything, ask them how they survived in the marketplace. If you have parents who are business people, ask them how they have survived in the marketplace. There was one Kamutu we interviewed somewhere in the middle of last year, and where that Kamutu called the boss trash. I think I have spoken about this story a while back. Called the boss trash. That lady was jobless. So the father asked what was going on. Okay, how did the interview go? Because nilikupea fare ukaenda kwa interview. How did the interview go? Did they hire you? And because she had put the father's number as referee, he just called the father. This person is applying for a job in our company before the interview. How is she? Actually the father, she's good. Guess what? The father had to call the boss who was hiring the lady to apologize. Because of the misbehavior of that person. Well, I have never seen such kind of entitlement. Yeah. So now, how do we bridge this gap? How do we bridge this gap? The director is telling me to take a sip of water. And by the way, for those of us who are watching on TikTok, we are also live on Facebook and YouTube. Daddy Blessing everywhere. How do we twende wapi?
Tumo.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, I think
Facebook.
Yeah, we are there.
Facebook, Salimo anasema way to go. And then we have Liki Wandera. I love this conversation, brother. You are talking pure truth. That's on Facebook.
Thank you, Liki. Thank you, Salimo, our producer. God bless you.
If we can switch our attention back to TikTok. TikTok wanasemaje? TikTok kuna Josim Cute anasema
hello to you, Josie.
Then Safi boy amesema anapenda advice yako. Then we have Senior G anasema vipi?
Niko salama senior. I'm doing good senior. Senior G, sijakula pesa yako for a while. Nataka nikule pesa yako na nikubaliwe kukula pesa yako. Kuna watu tunafaa tukule pesa yao. Let me shout out to the people who are watching on TikTok right now. We have Senior G, we have Wanjiro, Adejontes and Director Mengos. Those are the guys behind the cameras. We have Lucy Gago, we have Regina Njoroge, Joy Ada, Festo, Shiro Amai, Lona Wangari, Nicholas P. Kanai, Amanikania, Electrica. We have PMs. PMs. Why do you look like a person I know? Okay. Lemuasia, we have Smart Media Studio Nakuru. How are you, Smart Media? And we have our very able producer Salimo wa Kilimo. So now, Senior G unasema soon, leta pesa bwana, you're making money. So now, back to the employability part, man. It doesn't make sense for you to be entitled like that. When it comes to work and places that you are hired, it is value. It is value because assume you are the boss. What value are you putting your money against? Analeta value gani huyu mtu ndio mpedo yako? There is one thing that I'm always open with, even when I'm engaging with anyone in their businesses or whatsoever. If there comes a time that I'm eating your money and I'm bringing no value, fire me. Fire me. And that is something that I've been outright and clear with people. It doesn't make sense for me to bring zero value to your company and I'm not making you or adding any value to your team. Absolutely, fire me. Fire me. If the company outgrows my level of understanding or my level of skills, you are under no obligation because of loyalty to be suffering. Fire me, replace me with someone who knows what they are doing. That business has crossed the level of understanding that I have. Why? It is me who has taken time to relax and not add on my skills so that I can be viable and important and still employable to you. Fire me. If you have invested a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of effort to train people and they are not growing, fire those people. Fire them. Loyalty to people you've grown with is the biggest enemy to scaling. I'll tell you for a fact, I'll tell you for sure. Because this person will always be holding you back. Because you'll be considering, are they able to handle the clientele, the kind of clientele that I'm targeting? No, let's wait until they get the capacity. Them, they plateaued, walifika comfort zone because their bills are being paid, they have somewhere to report, they have a friendly boss, they have a BFF as a boss. Someone, you have seen me grow. So letting go of me is difficult and tough. Fire that person. Let them go to the wilderness, let them know that the market is shaky and there are people who want the job that they are doing. I'm not ruthless, but anything that halts your growth, by all means, it should be out of that business. Using the same model, if someone is not bringing value to your business, why hire them? Why hire them? Tell me why I should hire you. That is a question that should be mandatory. Tell me why I should hire you, by the way. Because I don't have money to give. I don't have money to give. I don't have money for charity. I thank the Lord that the people I work with right now and the businesses that I work with right now, we no longer hire because of sympathy. We no longer use the style that our predecessors were using. Hiring because someone has given you their problems. My house is being closed. I'm not saying that we fail to be human and all that, but my house is being closed is not a qualification. We are advertising a position and list of qualifications. We did not put people whose houses are being closed. We put people whose ability matches the skills that we are looking for. We did not come here to look for people whose houses are being closed. Do you remember when people used to hire and the recommendation was hire him or her, or let me use her. Hire her because she has 2 children. She is a single mother. She can be very faithful. She cannot steal from you because if you fire her, she has nowhere to go. Those were the qualifications. And you could get hired. Because one, the only thing that the bosses were looking for back then is, can I find someone who will just come here? I will not train them. They won't do anything. Them is just to be handling, I don't know, to be telling customers, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. I'm not even intending to upskill them. But in the modern career space, when we are hiring people we can be able to upskill, because we are not hiring you to keep you there forever. And this is the thing that we need people to really understand. When you're approaching this job market, there is no one who is hiring you with the intent of keeping you forever. There is no one who is hiring you with the intent of paying NSSF and SHIF and SHA for you forever until you retire. There is no one with the intent of you eating their retirement benefit. We are not using the formula that we used to find kitambo. That ukiingia kwa kanjo, you will die there. You will die there. Some guy was telling me until this regime took over, guka yake bado alikuwa kwa kanjo. Why? Aliingia hapo na akaingia. And they relaxed. So all the opportunities that came, they came past that guka there. Not that they didn't have equal opportunities. Now the youngins came, they are now in government. Mtu alitoka kwa kanjo, akakuwa MCA, akakuwa sasa ni katibu mkuu wa nini fulani mahali. Na si Mosiria. But you get my point. When you're being hired, please note, the current boss is not hiring you to keep you there forever. Especially when you're not learning anything. They're not hiring you to keep you there forever. Maximum you can work for someone right now, if you have a good head, 5 years. 5 years. Because go, spread your wings. So now you, who has a mindset of you are in the same level with the boss just because you are clocking it. Kwanza hii hao watu wa clock it. The people of clocking it are the ones that I'm talking about right now. They are the ones who are calling us trash during the interviewing process. They are the ones who are asking us, unatakaje? Unatakaje na hii job yako? They are the ones who are telling us, si kazi ni yako, si uniambie. Etiquette and people skills, that one will never be replaced in the society. It doesn't matter the technology that will ever come. It doesn't matter whether the universe will be taken over by AI and we become slaves. Protocol, etiquette, hierarchy, that one can never be replaced. And if you don't have anything to your name, please, you are subject to authority. You are subject to authority. It is not your business you are reporting to. You are subject to that authority. That person is putting food on your table. By all means, even God gives them the permission to call you out. Remember the parable of the 12 virgins? The foolish ones were sent home. For those of you that read the Bible, what if the company pays you well? Mapacha Solutions. Well, that is entirely up to you. I'm not telling people to quit or not to work for more than 5 years. If the company pays you well, by all means, we don't have the same dreams. And I've repeated over and over again. But don't let your entry point be your forever point. That's the thing that I'm trying to tell you. If the company pays you well, be loyal to them, work. And if that's your dream, by the way, because that can be your dream, I'm sorry for not considering that factor. Not all of us have the dream of ever being great or having something for ourselves or something of that sort. If that's you're contented, you're paying your bills, your house is not being closed, you don't have any other dreams, and the company is giving you enough money to do that, Stay there. Stay there. So now, when you approach the job market right now, you have to approach it with an open mind. An open mind this way. It is an opportunity for me, even with this attitude and ego that I have because I know I have it. It is an opportunity for me to get my foot in the job market. Can I shock you? Each and every skill that I consult for, I was once an employee for that. Clock it. It's not clocking anymore, eh? Each and every skill that I consult for right now, I was once an employee for that. How old am I? I'm just a little shy of 30. Sijafikisha 30. Am I here to give people pressure? Absolutely not. But I was introduced to the job market when I was 18. And each and every skill that I have right now, I was once an employee for it. How does it sound now? Because I've been collecting all those two skills because of my employability. One, I look at the opportunity that is there. Yeah. There are places I once volunteered. By the way, how do you think I learned videography and photography and live streaming? I volunteered for a very famous artist here in Kenya. Sip water. I learned what I learned, but yeah. I learned what I learned. When I'm consulting for admin and creating teams, I was once an employee and I just saw, okay, so this is how teams are created. This is how you create a company culture. So this is how you this is how you create a reward system. So this is how you run a business. This is how you create a system. I was once an employee. Now I consult for those things. I help other businesses create such systems. Why? I took it as an opportunity, not for me to kujipiga kifua. Now because I have this other skill that I have gotten here, now I add it on my CV. Now you can tell me anything. Even the people that I consult for right now, they still teach me a huge chunk. I'm still a student of business right now. And the world of business is brutal. And I'm still learning up to date. So what of you? What of you who have no skill and no money to your name? Because let us be radical and honest. I talk about telling people the truth, not abusing them. I'm not abusing you, I'm telling you the truth. You are broke, bro. You are broke. You're not poor, you're broke. Broke is a situation that you can change, but can be prolonged because of your ego. And that which you call audacity ni maringo. If lazima uringe, for those of you who understand Swahili, kama lazima uringe, kuwa na kitu worth kuringiwa, tafadhali, na kuomba. Kuwa na kitu kinachofaa kuringiwa kama lazima uringe. Unafanya na niongee Kiswahili mufti, mimi munafanya niongee Kiswahili mufti. Yeah? We cannot continue like this. Please. Oh, please, we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. I see some few questions on TikTok.
Yes. We have Synergy. Synergy is saying, doesn't matter how skilled you are, there is always a higher power than you. Wakumbuke hiyo. Absolutely. You see this kind of production that we are doing here? Please, one day I want to be live 24/7. There are programs that are running all the way. I don't know how to curate such or have the capacity to produce to that level. So yeah, for the people who are below me or my peers, I might look like I'm good and all that, and I'm skilled and all that, and yes, I am, and I boast in my skills, and I'm good. But this is not it. There are people who are doing way better. I look up to people like Patrick Bet-David. That guy, when he goes up on a live session, man, it is goals.
PBD. It is goals. So I would want one day to have a live audience that even when we are here, the live audience for us is Bwana Director Mengos, Director Dijontes, and our producer. The audience ends there. I would want one day to have a live audience when you are having these discussions. So my skills are not yet there. It doesn't mean I'm less skilled. It means I'm still hungry because I can still see there are people who are more equipped than I am.
We have another question here from Tommy. Should I quit or start something of my own if I feel my current employer is not giving me a good environment to exploit my full potential?
Start before you quit. Start before you quit. This is the advice I give people. Don't quit if you are rudderless. If you are rudderless, don't quit. Start that thing that you want to build. Build it as you are in the nini. The money that you're getting is still the sustainability muhimu. I'm all for go for your dreams and all, but don't approach it stupidly. Please. This is my wholehearted advice. Don't quit just pop. And this comes from a person who was fired abruptly. Me, I didn't quit. It was not my will to be fired. But I was fired. And I had 2 years of a good wilderness. Miaka nyukwa. 2 of a good wilderness. Before I got my hands into something that I can do. I have done anything and everything that you can ever think. Before I got my hands into something. And that was the time I was indulging myself in. If I knew that I'm going to exit, I could have studied business consultancy. But I thank God, biashara live zimenifundisha. So it wasn't a loss for me. But for you, please, before you take that bold step of quitting, if you are a dreamer, of course you can't build your dream in someone else's foundation. You have to ondoka and you build foundation yako. Jipange before uondoke. And if by all means you can build a good rapport by the people before you leave, the better. Don't bang the door. No matter how bad you think the boss is, I'm still friends with the boss who fired me. Yeah. We still lend each other money. That's the funny thing. And think this requires a high level of understanding the season that you're in. And be a prayerful person. This I would advocate. Be a prayerful person. Omba tu. Pray. This is not me being religious or introducing religiosity or anything. Pray. Before you make any decision, just pray. Pray. Because picture this. Someone fired you in the middle of COVID, sent you home 15 minutes before curfew. You were almost being arrested, and you knew for a fact I was not going back to that job. Then years later, you have to kwamua them from Gori. And you do. Yeah, it takes a different heart, I know. But pray. I still maintain that rapport and that good relationship, and we still help each other right now. And I'm actually proud of the fact that I was fired. But if I was to quit, I could have done it better. I think if I was to quit, ninge reduce my 2 years of tamaking and suffering before I find something that I need. So don't just quit blindly.
We have Synergy anasema I am a developer lakini kuna code huwa naona admin natii. So people to keep learning.
Absolutely.
Something else, accept the learning process. Wacha kurukaruka. It takes time to get those wings.
Yes.
But once you get them, then you can fly.
You can fly
to wherever you want.
Mesema tukarange vitu. Mesema tukarange, yeah, but you get what you say. You can fly. Ara na hero. Hii ni mambo ya nini? Unaona, sasa hujatoa tithe for a while. That is why. Synergy, si nilikwambia utoe tithe. See, now you are frying the comment.
Then we have General Drew the Drama. Anasema Okay, senior G correct hapo anasema I meant fly.
Yes.
Then General Drew anasema thank you for great advice, sir.
You're very much welcome, General Drew. Yes. So please, so those of you who are entering the job market, remember I started with a rant. Be employable. Be employable. For those of you who want to exit the job market and enter the entrepreneurial world, there is no freedom. It does not exist. You become now the boss. The boss you thought was free, you understand they are no longer free. You were working from 8 to 6. When you close the job, it doesn't matter to you as long as you have delivered your KPIs. Na zenye you deliver, you will deliver tomorrow. You become the boss who now does not sleep 24/7. To be totally honest with you, I wasn't feeling like starting this live. When walikuwa hapa tukiset up mchana. I don't know whether Carlo is here. Carlos. Is Carlos here? Carlos hayuko. Carlos can tell you. Nilikuwa nasema hata sitaingia hiyo live bana inabo. Why? Because of the things that are in my head. Why? You don't know whether I have been sleeping the last 79 days. And that's the truth. Nilisema let us not grammarize entrepreneurship. It's not easy, but it's doable. Founders, people who have visions, visionaries are called to do difficult things. And when you're called to do difficult things, you can't move with an employee mindset to start a business. When you're starting a business, just know God will use your business to answer someone's prayer. That means you are answering your someone's destiny is connected to your business. So it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Someone's livelihood is connected to you waking up and knowing where the rent of that business will come from. Someone's future is connected to you on your business staying afloat even when you feel like dying. You can't go in there with an employee mindset. You can't. Everyone here at DB Studios, they are running their individual brands. They know how it feels. They know how to hustle for work. They know. I would advise you to go and check Shot and Crafted by MJ. These are the guys, they will show you the process of what it takes for them to be video directors here at DB Studios. Go follow our Dejontes, you will see those behind the scenes. Go follow Director Mengos, you will see. Go follow our producer. She has other things that she does beyond this. So we know. You think once we get out of here, we'll switch off the cameras and go? Watu wengine usigizi hapa wataiona mwaka ujao. Why? We know about the cost of paying forward. Then when the thing blows up, you think it's an overnight success. That's the employee mindset now. And you have to rubbish it off completely. Here's the thing. When someone who has good intention in their hearts tells you, think of this business as if it were yours, that is a through pass you have been given. Mtu mujinga ufikiria, this person is telling me to think like this business is mine, ndio ani exploit so that I can take care of this business for pennies. You stupid mongoose. You have been given access to the back end. Developers, hello. You can imagine. You have given someone the source code. Yet this person is saying, unanionyesha kwa nini? That's just you showing how limited your mind is. Treat this business as if it were yours. That is a leeway for me to understand the entire supply chain, to understand how that industry works, to understand your business in and out, to understand cash flow, to understand building teams. My friend, Mimi, if you give me that through pass. Okay, I was given. That is why I consult with people. Yeah. I was given that through pass of treat this business as if it were yours. And I treated that business as if it were mine. That is why I consult with business people, because that person taught me structure. That person taught me things like cash flow. That person taught me people skills. That person taught me beyond a business, you get to understand that you're dealing with humans. That person taught me how to appreciate teams and people properly. They may not have appreciated me the way I wanted, but they showed me value for value. Then when I grew older, now I have my own business, I know how to appreciate value for value. Value for value. Yeah. Value for value. And it's not a matter of amounts, no. It's not a matter of amounts. Appreciating when you have seen effort. Yeah. But us, we cannot see that because of limited thinking. Limited thinking. When a boss has given you access to something, where unaona I don't know what to say. Today I've ranted about employees. It is because I had a rough week hiring for a business that I consult for. Na nyinyi nawaambia nyinyi, continue being unemployable. Alafu mchague mtu hawasikizangi na anataka kuwa tax. Tutapatana tu. Tuko ikatia. You will forever sing haki yetu, and the job opportunities are passing you right in front. Yeah. You hire someone, they stay 1 month. They say they after thinking and after personal reasons. Which personal reasons? You are going home to be jobless. Man, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I shall do. My temperature is a bit on the nini. So today we were experimenting on something. We were able to go live on TikTok, live on Facebook, and live on YouTube simultaneously, and all platforms. Daddy Blessing. So for those of you who have want to rewatch the entire show, you can go back and rewatch it on Facebook. We'll have the snippets chopped up. Hey, chopped up. Hey, Rala. Hey, chop rice. We'll have the snippets chopped up and shared on our social media platforms. That is Daddy Blessing. Across all social media platforms, you can follow us, or you can go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Daddy Blessing. I think that's the only video that is there right now, right? Yeah, so go follow, go listen to the conversation again, or you can go to Facebook, Daddy Blessing, and you can get to rewatch this entire session. For those of you who have questions, feel free to send them to 0716594200 on anything, so that you can guide us as we are preparing the show to be really guided by some of the things that you would want us to address. And number 2, we have a group for classmates, and classmates, I say these are the people who get to watch until the end of the live session. Congratulations, you have become a classmate. But if you want to join the group, and the purpose of the group is not sharing links, it's not sharing ads, it's not advertising your business. No, the purpose of the group is sharing what you have learned, and we call them aha moment. What was your aha moment? The one you said, aha. Yo tu inatoka hapo. Aha moment haitoki mahali pengine. Enye umejikuna kichwa ukasema aha. So this is how things goes. So share your aha moment. If you want to join the classmates group, send the word classmates to 0716594200. I will share a link after you have sent that word classmates to 0716594200. I'll share a link so that you can join on your own volition and live on your own volition. One thing that will get you kicked out of that group faster is you sharing rinks. Hey, drink water. Sharing unsolicited links and adverts and annoying people for no reason. That will get you sent out the door very immediately. So share the word and tell people about the live session. See you when you see me. Send the word classmates to 0716 594 200 or the number that is on my profile. It is pinned on my bio. So for those of you who are watching on Facebook, kwaherini. It was good to catch up with you guys. For those of you who are on YouTube, karibuni sana. We'll be doing this every Wednesday and every Friday. So make sure to catch up. Adios. See you when you see me.